Today, we are going to work on multiplying a fraction by a whole number. In 10-1, you multiplied a whole number by a unit fraction. In this lesson, the fractions will not always be unit fractions, which means there will not always be a 1 in the numerator. Let's see what this looks like. 4 friends each ate 3/4 of their pizza. How much pizza did all 4 friends eat? So if I were to draw a model for this problem, I would have 4 pizzas, each cut into fourths, because my denominator is 4, and I'd color in 3/4 of each one. If I count up all the fourths of pizza that the children ate, I know that they ate 12 fourths. But instead of counting them all up, I can use multiplication to solve this much easier and much quicker. So I know that each pizza is cut into fourths and 3/4 were eaten. And I know that the children did this 4 times, or 4 different children did this. So my multiplication equation is 4 times 3/4, because that's how many times it shows up in my model. Looking at the answer when I counted, I know that my answer was 12 fourths. I notice also that my denominator never changes because my model never changed. The pizzas are still cut into fourths. So I'm going to leave my denominator the same, and I'm going to multiply my whole number times my numerator, because that's how many times the 3 is repeated in each pizza. 4 times 3/4 equals 12 fourths. I know that 12 fourths equals 3 whole pizzas. Let's try another one. Nick travels 2/5 mile to school. If he walks to and from school each day, how far does he walk in 2 days? Let's use a number line to show this one. So Nick travels 2/5 mile to school, but he walks back and forth to home. So I know that actually he's walking 2/5 plus 2/5 every day to and from school. So each day he walks 4/5. And I need to find out how far that is in 2 days. So let's use the number line to show day 1. To school, home, to school, home. How many times did I add 2/5? I added it 4 times. And I know that if I add something 4 times, I can multiply it times 4. So my multiplication equation would be 2/5 times 4. I'm going to multiply my whole number and my numerator to get 8, and my denominator never changed because it's still broken into fifths. I know I can turn that into a mixed number as well. And I get 1 3/8 mile. Before I did the 4/5 per day, I can do that as well. My equation could be 2 times 4/5, because he walks 4/5 of a mile each day for 2 days. I get the same answer, 8/5, which I can turn into 1 3/8 mile. What do you notice about the products when you multiply a fraction by a whole number? Well, first you should notice that the numerator is the number that changes, because you're multiplying the whole number times the numerator. And it's really important that you notice the denominator stays the same, because you're not changing how your shapes or how your number line is divided. Why don't you try this one on your own? Adam fills a cup with 2/3 juice 4 times. Draw a model to show the total amount of juice Adam uses. Pause the video and do that now. Your model should look like this. Four images broken into thirds and 2/3 colored in each one. So I get 8/3 juice, 8 cups. Now write and solve an equation with a whole number and a fraction to show that. Pause the video and solve that now. You should have had 4 times 2/3 equals 8/3, which you can change into a mixed number of 2 and 2/3. Let's try some more multiplication problems. Pause the video and solve these in your notebook. Check your answers. If you had 3 and 3/6 instead of 3 and 1/2, that's perfectly fine. Let's try 3 more. Pause the video and solve these in your notebook. Here are your answers. Great job.